What's up, ladies and gents? This is Vornhoult here for another The Division 2 build video, and today I am showcasing one of the experimental builds that I've been using and I've been having fun with, and this focuses mainly on stacking armor and kill and making use of the Eagle Bearer buff. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first up is the specialization. So what I've chosen to use with this build is the gunner specialization, mainly because of this talent here, which gives us 10% armor whenever we kill an enemy. And then also additional useful talents from this specialization is this Coupler, which every third reload is 50% faster, and the barrage, which increases our rate of fire by 5% whenever we kill for 5 seconds. So yes, and then let's go right into the actual build. So this build is using the Eagle Bearer Exotic Assault Rifle as a main weapon. So this comes with 13% assault rifle damage, 19% health damage, and 10% headshot damage. And this weapon has the talents Eagle Strike, so the accuracy increases as you continuously fire up to 30%. And then headshot kills grants the tenacity buff, and the strength of the tenacity is increased by 1% for body shots and 5% for headshots. And the tenacity build is 40 to 80% of the damage taken is delayed until the buff expires, so all of the total delayed damage is reduced for each enemy killed while the buff is active, up to 100% with 3 kills. So as long as you are killing at least 3 enemies whenever the tenacity buff is on, you would be able to mitigate all of the damage that you'll be receiving, which is really good. And since you can use this on a solo build, you'd be mostly killing the enemies yourself. So that's if you're playing it correctly, you'd be able to not take any damage at all. But that can't be helped, so we have the whole build to help with that. So the mask, we have the Coyote's mask. We're using this mainly because of the talent Pack Instincts, which increases the bonus we get depending on the last enemy distance we hit. So since we're using this build as a face-to-face sort of build, we'll be getting the 25% critical hit damage from the 0 to 15 meters, but of course you could get all of these if you'd be hitting enemies from these various distances. Next up, we have one of the core pieces of this build, which is this banner pack replica Gila guard backpack. So the Gila guard set bonus gives us 5% total armor, and we have the talent Bloodsucker on this one. So killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds with a max stack of 10. So partnered with the Eagle Bearer, you can have this as a sort of insurance that you'll be able to take on the damage as well, because if you kill an enemy, that gives you 10% bonus armor, and you could go up to 100% bonus armor with this one. So that is very helpful and a core piece in this build. Next up, we have the Fenris group chest piece. So this gives us a 10% assault rifle damage increase, and this comes with the talent Intimidate, and this also pairs beautifully with the Bloodsucker talent because Intimidate increases your weapon damage by 35% whenever you have bonus armor, and you have that bonus armor coming from the Bloodsucker talent. And then the next piece would be this named gloves, which is the death grips. So this gives us 10% health. Just for everyone who doesn't know where this drops, this is a DZ exclusive drop. So whenever you get gloves or the 511 as targeted loot in the DC, you can farm these for in those areas. So the death grips comes with a core attribute of 120 armor, so that would always be a defensive core attribute, and the attribute that it always comes with as well is the 5% armor percent on kill. So this paired with the next gear piece I'll be showing would gives us a lot of bonus armor whenever we kill an enemy. And then we'll go into the first piece of this system corruption. So I'm using two pieces so that we can get that bonus 15% armor percent on kill, and pair that up with the death grips, we can have a total of 20% armor on kill. So that's a big a huge chunk of armor gained whenever we kill an enemy. And then this comes with 12.1% weapon damage, and then 6% critical hit chance, and then the knee pads comes with the armor, 134,000 armor with a 6% critical hit chance as well. And this build has 3 offensive stats and 3 defensive stats. And then we need to use, you can use the shield here as well. This is suggested to be used in this kind of build, sort of a safety net whenever you don't have that bonus armor active. So I'm using the Crusader ballistic shield so that I can use the Ego Bearer while using the shield as well. And another insurance, if we can say, is this Reviver Hide skill. So that is the build. Let's go into the stats. So we have 98,306 weapon damage on this build, 55.7 critical hit chance, 104 critical hit damage, which would be increasing as well with the Coyote Mask buff. This also applies with the critical hit chance. This can go up to 60 easily whenever you hit an enemy, I think within the 15 meters to 25 meters or above. And then this has as well 85% headshot damage, 52.1% all weapon damage bonus with a 38% assault rifle damage bonus too. And then for the defensive stats, we have 1.2 million armor, and look at that, armor and kill 390,000. So that's a big chunk of armor you get from killing just one enemy. If you could see, you just need 3 enemies killed to get into your full armor. At least 3 or 4 enemies and you'd be back in your full armor. So yes, this is the build that I'm having fun using right now. If you have comments or suggestions on how I can improve this build, do comment on the comment section below. And if you like the videos that I'm giving out, do like and subscribe the channel. And yes, I'll see you on the next one. Keep on gaming.